Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sunday Show. I'm Tracy. I hope everybody's doing well today. We have a very interesting show with some topics that pretty much everybody's heard about them, but I kind of have a different take on them. I'll get to that in a minute. Um, First of all, let me get something to drink here. Sorry, I'm very thirsty. Um, Hopefully you all can hear me. The little snap thing on my mic snapped and now I can't hear. So I'm gonna test to see can I hear myself on my YouTube page. So sorry about this, guys, but this is um concerning me. So let's see. Testing one, two, three, testing. Testing one, two, three, testing. Okay, so it does work. So we're working. So before we get started, let's get some bills paid. Hit that subscribe button. Somehow yesterday I lost a subscriber, so now I'm back down to 414. So that means I'm 86 subscribers away from 500. Hitting the subscriber button helps me to, of course, reach my 500. Subscribing is literally free, doesn't cost you anything. Um, you can also hit the notification bell to get notified when I go live, but definitely hit that notification. I'm sorry, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. You can support me on Patreon. Patreon subscription begins at $2 per month. Um, that is going to definitely help me to get a better microphone so I don't have to hold it like this. Better lighting. As you can tell, my lighting is not the best right now. Um, so I definitely plan on using the Patreon support to better my lighting. So you can start out supporting me at $2 per month. I would appreciate any support that you can give me. Also, please contribute to my GoFundMe campaign. I'm trying to raise $2,500 to take care of some personal matters, which I'll get to someday, but just not in the near future. I already did a show about it. We know where I stand. Um, just contribute $1, $2, $3, whatever you can give is definitely needed, and I greatly appreciate it. And we haven't seen this link in a long time, but follow me on Rumble. Yes, I still only have those 4 people on Rumble that are following me. Come on, we just need that one more to transition over. Well, not transition, to podcast simultaneously between YouTube and Rumble at the same time. So please follow me at Rumble. It's also free. Um, I think you have to have 5, and I'm at 4. So I haven't advertised that link in a long time. As you can tell, I am solo. I was solo yesterday, and that's because I didn't even think to ask anybody to join me. So hopefully this goes well. Y'all know I really my preference is always to have somebody with me so I can, talk to them and make that type of connection. But we don't have that today. I do briefly want to talk about yesterday's show and how I might continue it. Let me get another drink here. Um, I think it was a very important topic. Um, and so now I'll probably shift over to movies that I thought were racist. Of course, I knew movies were racist, but I want to keep the conversation going because I think it's a very important conversation to have. So Just wanted to talk about that. I may not do it next week, but just be looking for it in the next couple weeks. Also, I will have a show Thursday. I'll be solo again. I'll be the third show I'm going solo. So I will be talking about what third parties are doing to lose elections. I'll be getting a whole lot more details. Then we'll resume having interviews, but just wanted to talk about that and some of my thoughts. So tonight's show. So tonight's show, we've got a bevy of uh topics. Apparently Saturday there was another assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life. Again, this would be the third one. Um, we'll get into that and how people are reacting to that. Um, I'm not here, let me say this now. I'm not here to say whether it was fake or not, but I mean, um, but they very well could be, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm also going to talk about um asking for, let me rephrase my sentence here. Let me slow it down. Why is it that the Democratic Party is angry at Black voters for asking for tangibles? I'm going to discuss that. I'm going to discuss Trump falling asleep at press conference. I'm also going to discuss soldiers and the Marines not having enough food. And I'm going to lastly talk about, this will be the last topic. I'm going to talk about seeing the Michael biopic and finally being able to get a ticket after waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and why I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. So if you're out there, come in and say hello. Um, be sure to again subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit that share button. Um, I'm trying to notify one more person here that I'm live, so it'll be just a moment here. Um, Sorry, guys. So yeah, just make sure that you're notifying your friends, your family, um, your cohorts. 'Cause like I said, I'm not gonna say how long this show is going to be because every time I say it's gonna be a short show, I end up going off. But again, that's the other thing I want to talk about, the draft. I'm definitely going to talk about the draft. Um, and before we get started, there are, hold on a second here. I'm going to tell you now before, um, hold on a second. We'll know here in just a moment. There are 136 days until the NFL season starts. And with that, we're going to talk about the draft. Yes, if you watch my show on Thursday, instead of doing interviews, and I'm going to talk about the other stuff, but this is kind of like I'm going to start with a light topic and kind of end with a light topic because the middle topics are just like heavy. But if you watched on Thursday, I did an entire show about the NFL draft. Everybody knew that Fernando Mendoza, I got his name right. Fernando Mendoza of IU was going first. He went to the Oakland Raiders. Yes, he went to Oakland. He went to Oakland. I'm going to say that one more time. He went to Oakland. I will not say that he went to Las Vegas. Will not. They are the Oakland Raiders. They always will be the Oakland Raiders. I refuse to call them any other thing but the Oakland Raiders. So he went first. My team, the 49ers, were supposed to pick 27th, but they traded down and kept trading down and kept trading down until the 33rd pick And we picked, who is it that we picked? I just had this young man's name. We picked da 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 da. We picked Dazon Stribling. Was picked 33rd. We had a couple more picks in there, picked up a wide receiver, picked up some defensive players. So I was overall happy with our picks. Upset that I had planned on staying up until I got a fire truck going by. I hate living down the street from a fire station. But yeah, the 49ers picked 33rd and has a couple more picks coming that they made. Let me see who else they picked. Okay. Yep. So in the second round, again, we picked Jazon Stribling with the 70th pick. Yeah, we went from 33 and then traded down to the third round and picked up number 70, Romello Height. He's an edge player. We picked up at the 90 in the third round, the 90th pick. We picked Kalon Black, running back from Indiana. Round 4 with the 107th pick, we picked up Grayson Halton, defensive tackle, Oklahoma. Round 4 with the 127th pick, we picked up Carvin Willis, offensive tackle coming out of Washington. Round 4, we had the 139th pick. We picked up, and I'm going to get this man's name right because it's the name of the Bible, Ephesian Prescott, cornerback, Washington. With round 5 pick, 154, we picked Jaden Duggar, linebacker, Louisiana. And the final pick, we picked 179, Enrico Cruz Jr. out of Kansas. So, yeah, we picked real late. Um, but again, the team is playing checkers, not chess. I mean, we're playing chess, not checkers. Chess, not checkers. The draft again, it started at 8. The first round ended at 11:30, and I think I podcasted until like 9:30 because I wasn't gonna be staying. I mean, I stayed up, but I wasn't gonna stay live that whole time. If I had another person with me, perhaps I would have did it. But I was like, no, we not gonna do that. I didn't get to see all the second round, and I didn't get to see all the third round. And then of course they put 4 through 7. They just go back to back to back to back. Um, this year was held in Pittsburgh. I forget where the draft is going to be held next year. Um, there were some surprises. Uh, um, not for my team, but I didn't think the Rams were going to pick another quarterback. They picked Ty something, something, something. Wait a minute. They picked, oh shoot. I know who they picked. They picked the quarterback out of Ty Simpson. They picked Ty Simpson and they picked him number 13. And keep this in mind. They already have Ty Ty Stafford. Ty Simpson. Thank you, Parker, for the correction. Ty Simpson out of Alabama got picked 13th. I thought, well, they're gonna have to pick another quarterback because Matthew Stafford is 38. And yes, I know he won MVP this for 2025, but dude's 38. They've got to be thinking about the future. So it made sense. It just didn't make sense for them to do that with the 13th pick. I mean, they went first round. So I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure I know why they made the pick. I just don't know why they shot the gun so early. Got some comments in the section here. Hey Tracy, yeah, the downside to having a good team, they draft picks aren't the best. And I've always thought the exact opposite because, like I said on draft night, if you get picked first, you know the team you're going to is terrible. The Raiders are not good. You know they're terrible. That's why you're going first or second or third. If you go in the first round, if a good team didn't trade like Kansas City, they traded to the first round. The higher you pick, the worse your team is. And so if you're trying to build a good team, you want to pick, 20th. No, you want to pick like in the late 20s. You don't want to be picking first because if you pick first, that means you had a terrible season. Um, so those are my thoughts about the draft. Um, I thought it was a good draft as always. Like I said, there were a lot of surprises. Kansas City, like their picks didn't surprise me, but them trading up into the first round definitely. Um, but nobody had like some shocking like except for the Rams. Um, um, like I said, I thought Arizona, the Cardinals, were going to pick a quarterback, and they didn't. And that surprised me because they released Murray and Jacoby Brissett is still in contract negotiations. And so the guy from Napoleon Dynamite, I can't think of his name right now, it's coming to my mind. He's kind of like the quarterback, but he's a journeyman, so he'll go from team to team to team to team. Surprisingly, um, oh, I know his name. Oh, this is go. Oh, now I cannot believe I can't remember his name. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Um, oh, what's his name? Hold on. He's here. I'm looking this up. I'm sorry, guys, but this guy's name. That's it. Okay. I'm surprised Mac Jones, there were no teams interested in him. I mean, good for us and everything. Like, it's good for us. Um, yes, Parker, uh they did. There was 7 rounds. Um, I'm surprised nobody wanted to trade for Mac Jones. Mac Jones, in case you all don't know, is the backup to Brock Purdy of the soon-to-be 6-time world champion San Francisco 49ers. And with that, we'll get to some more serious things here in just a second after I get another drink of coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of screen sharing because I want to talk about this first. Um, yeah, there's the picture I want. I just want to say, sometimes for those of us that work 8 to 5, you'll eat a heavy lunch and it's hard to stay woke and you just can't seem to like keep your eyes open and you try to drink coffee or suck on a peppermint or drink some water or stand up or move around. Well, Trump ignored all that and and dude decided, you know what? I'm just gonna sleep today. I mean, he looks like he's in that good, you're getting that good sleep where you're just like you don't want to punch somebody if they wake you up, or like you don't want anybody disturbing you because of sleep. That's what that picture looks like. And apparently, I don't think he was dreaming. No, he wasn't sleeping. He was envisioning America. Um, Yeah, sure. Envision in America. Um, the New Republic. Um, yeah, okay, so I want to read some of this article. Trump 79 falls asleep after bragging that he solved healthcare. Love this. The president went to sleep during a White House event on healthcare affordability. Are nearly, oh, and this is from Breaking? Oh, News Republic. News Republic is where I'm getting this article from. So he says, our nearly 80-year-old president appears to have nodded off during a meeting for the umpteenth time. I'm going to talk about, I think this is like the fourth or fifth time he's done this. President Trump's eyes grew visibly heavy around the halfway point of his televised announcement of a deal with drug company Regeneron on Thursday afternoon, closing fully and reopening multiple times while suited cabinet members and pharmaceutical executives stood behind him in the Oval Office. This is the same man who keeps calling former President Sleepy Joe. Isn't that amazing? He's calling Sleepy Joe. I mean, Joe Biden did go sleep in that one event in Hawaii, but I don't think he made it a thing. Trump's made it a thing. But anyway, the last time Trump dozed off publicly was last month during a cabinet meeting while Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ranted against the media's coverage of the U.S. Israel Israeli joint war on Iran and Lebanon. And just days before that, he seemed to fall asleep at a press conference about his Memphis task force. From the power naps to unhinged, genocidal, true social points, this is a wealth of evidence that would, at the very least, lead us to question Trump's present mental acuity. Um, how many times? Wait a minute. Now I got to go here and see. Type this. Okay, so how many times has Trump fell asleep in public? Because obviously you want to fall asleep every night. You want to get a good night's sleep every night. Okay. Uh, okay, so we already went over two of them. Um, no, we already went over three. Then there was one time in 2024, he fell asleep during multiple times. The trial in 2024, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. You know what? I forgot about that. Parker also remembers this one because he did fall asleep during the RNC convention in 2024. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this woman, um, uh, oh yeah. According to no, that I want to get a paper that I know of. Okay, let's go with Newsweek because Newsweek seems to don't. Oh, he's asleep. Oh, that man is asleep. Let me share this screen. They sitting here to my he ain't sleep. Oh, I got the sound down. I'm sharing it. This guy is he out. He is he's again in this good sleep. He's in this sleep like wake me up, and I'm like, now there I can see. Okay, let me start this from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really. He looks like he's asleep. Now I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And look at that maxi pad. Why does he have a maxi pad on his ear? Oh, he looks like he's asleep. I forgot all about that, Parker. Dang, I forgot about that. Is it time for the 25th Amendment to be invoked? Um, oh my gosh, I didn't mention this one either. I don't know if you already mentioned this, but he fell asleep at the Pope's. I didn't mention it because I forgot about it. That is 6 times this man have fell asleep at something important. I am not cracking people that fall asleep, but there's a time to sleep and there's a time to be awoke. I forgot about. Oh, Parker, stop with the. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I forgot all about the. Uh, I forgot about the Pope's funeral. And I love the way, you know, his mega cult, they're just like, what? I don't see anything wrong with this. I don't what? Something's wrong? Um, I just thought it was funny because he just looked like he was in that good sleep. Um, so next topic, and we're gonna keep this moving. Um, this is from the BBC. Excuse me. Apparently Saturday was the correspondence dinner. And oh, sorry, guys, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. This is just a cough. Um, I thought that not another one. I thought there was a also a time when he fell asleep watching the troops march for his birthday celebration thing last year. I don't know. Um, I can't. Dude is making me sleepy by watching him sleep. But I do want to move to Saturday night. There was an attempt, according by many sources in the media, another assassination attempt on Trump. This took place at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which I thought he didn't go to anymore. But I'm going to read some portions of this the BBC um, article, um, and we'll just take it from there. So Trump says, I can't imagine that there is any profession that is more dangerous. Donald Trump said of his job just hours after he was the center of yet another major security incident. While a small army of secret agents, while a small army of Secret Service agents make the U.S. president arguably the most protected person, keeping him safe is proving to be no easy task. First, there was the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania in the summer of 2024, in which a bullet grazed in his ear. Just 64 days later, Trump again was the target of a would-be assassin as he played a round of golf in his Florida golf course. And now, hours after gunshots shattered the rivalry rivalry of the White House Correspondents Association dinner at the Hilton Hotel in the nation's capital, Trump security is once again under scrutiny. While the motive and precise target of the suspected shooter, a 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen, remain unclear. Questions are mounting over how a gunman could get so close to the president. I mean, he did kind of seem to just walk in there and nobody did a gun check. Then nobody saying, hey, president's in here. You got to walk through a weapons check. But okay, anyway, continue read. Among them is a level of screening at the hotel, hosting some of Washington's most highly profile politicians, diplomats, and journalists. Gary O'Donoghue, the BBC's chief North American correspondent who was at the dinner, said while the roads were closed around Washington's Hilton for hours, security at the venue itself wasn't particularly heavy. The man at the door only took a cursory look at my ticket from what those I can read. The man on the door outside took only a cursory look at my ticket from what must have been 6 feet away, he wrote. Tickets to the dinner only had table numbers written on them and not the actual names of guests. Identification, hold on. Identification was not checked at any point for those entering the hotel. Yeah, I'm going to have some opinions on this. Guests making their way to the dinner went down escalators from the main lobbies before going through security checkpoints in an area one level above the ballroom entrance. When the dinner began, they go down a flight of stairs to enter. CCTV posted on social media by Trump shows the suspect charged through one of the checkpoints before Secret Service agents opened fire. Authorities have said he was in possession of a shotgun, handgun, and multiple knives. His exchange gun he exchanged gunfires with officers before being stopped. CNN's Wolf Blitzer told the network he saw the suspect shoot several times using a very, very serious weapon. The president later posted a photo of a shirtless man on the floor in his hands handcuffed behind his back with Secret Service officers standing around him. Acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche told NBC News it appears as though he was targeting administration officials, likely including the president. Okay, here come my first question. First question. They had no sense to check IDs. They just thought, okay, the president of the United States. We don't have to like it, but Trump, he has the title. He has the title of president of the United States. That's his title. That's what he has. Um, they didn't think, gee, let's check ID. Let's have a list of people who are attending. Let's do a background check on the list of people attending. You mean to just tell me some guys looking at tickets 6 feet away? Are you kidding me? What's wrong? This makes no sense to me. You up here just like even I would know, hey, that's the president. We've got to do everything we can to protect presidents. And y'all miss me with the they didn't get him right now. Stop. Stop. Um, wait a minute. Oh, things is in house. Football is real football. Man. Okay. The shooter checked into a hotel the day before. Okay, but they still okay. So let's just say he checked in the day before. Okay. If you're having an event and you're the hotel staff slash and you're working with the Secret Service because you know the president's coming in on Saturday. And Friday night, well, shoot, actually Monday. You need a list of who's going to be staying there Monday, who's going to be staying there Tuesday, who's going to be staying there Wednesday, who's staying there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You need a list of people. Now, maybe he checked in under a fake name. Okay. But you didn't do no kind of ticket check. You know he did, plus zero chance of a solo guy pay. That's the other thing. This guy acted alone. You want me to really think that this guy was just sitting there by himself? No, no, don't, no, nope, nope, nope. Trump said he thought the loud gunshot was a tray falling over and gunshots made two different sounds. Okay, so you didn't watch my rant before. I said that I was not here to speculate whether this was a setup or whether this was real. For the purposes of this show, I'm just going to assume it's real. But this is kind of making me question, if I'm being honest. But again, this is like I don't want to say that they wanted something to happen, but this is just like you didn't even do a security check. You didn't have a list of people going to the dinner. You just sat there, just walk. Hey, anybody, you walk in here. It's like you're the Secret Service. You are the Secret Service. You have one job to protect the president and his family. That's it. Well, maybe the vice president and his family too. But that's all you have. You don't get to have, you don't have any other jobs. That's it. That's all you have. You and you're sitting here just letting people just go through no kind of background checks, no security checks, no weapons checks. I mean, okay, so the article did say they went through security. So how did this gunman get past security? How close was he? Let me go back to this article because how close was he to um I want to know how close he um I'm trying to figure out what okay, wait a minute. Trying to figure out what the name of this I said the name of the guy, but now I forgot it again. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. No, I don't want full access. Oh, boo, they making me pay for it. Uh CNN is even doubting this. They're saying they have an article called "How Would an Assassination Attempt Be Staged?" Um, oh, this is that first one. Um, oh my goodness. I'm trying to. They're talking. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm trying to find out about who this alleged shooter is. So the first one name is Ryan Ross. That was the first one. That was the maxi pad one. But what's the one of this name recently? Um, oh, Hold on a second. I know I just saw it. Oh, do 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 do. Okay, so I'm just gonna put correspondence dinner because I'm trying to find if I can find anything about the suspect and what we know about him. Uh, da, 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 da. What's the name, y'all? I'm gonna get the name of this person. Uh, well, okay, so we don't know anybody have a background. Yeah, I know the name Cole Thomas Allen, but I can't find anything about him. Like if he's like a crazy loony. Well, I don't want to use that term. Um, okay. What we know about Tom? Okay. What we know about Cole Thomas Allen, man accused of shooting at White House Correspondents' Dinner. The man accused of opening fire at the White House Correspondents' Dinner sent writings to family members. Blah, 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 blah. The man accused of opening fire at the White House Correspondents' Dinner sent writings to his family members minutes before the shooting, referring to himself as a friendly federal assassin, rallying against Trump administration policies and signaling what investigators increasingly believe was a politically driven attack, according to law enforcement officials familiar with the investigation. Cole Tomas Allen is the man that is accused of charging a security checkpoint. Again, how did he even get that far? I'm still sitting here wondering, but okay, oh well, let's just keep going. Um, checkpoint. Oh, it. Cole Allen is the man accused of charging a security checkpoint at the White House Correspondents Association dinner Saturday night. Hearst Television's national investigation has learned via sources. What we know about Allen, he is 31 and is from Torrance, California. The National Investigation The investigative unit has confirmed that Allen was working as a tutor in Torrance. Social media point posts from C2 Education in Torrance show Allen was named Teacher of the Month in 2024. He had written about targeting Trump administration officials, and his family raised concerns with law officials before the event. President Donald Trump said in an interview on Fox News Channel. The accused gunman's family had alerted police in Connecticut, Trump said, revealing a new news revealing news details about a chaotic encounter that disrupted one of Washington's glitziest events the night before. White House officials told our Washington Bureau and investigative unit that Allen's brother had notified New London Police Department in Connecticut of Allen's alleged manifesto, in which he sent to his family members minutes prior to the incident. The suspect's written manifesto states that he wanted to target administration officials. He also sent a ton of anti-Christian and anti-Christian rhetoric on his social media accounts. You know, they've probably scrubbed out everything by this time because I'm not even going to go to it. Um, Secret Service and Montgomery County Police interviewed Allen's sister at their residence in Rockville, Maryland. She said that her brother had a tendency to make radical statements about his rhetoric, consistently referring to his plan to do something to fix the issues with today's world. She also confirmed that Allen purchased two handguns and a shotgun from the from Cap Tactical Firearms and kept them stored at their parents' home, and that their parents were unaware that Allen was keeping the firearms in their home. He would regularly go to the shooting range to train with his firearms. His sister also confirmed that Allen was a part of a group called the Wide Awakes. The writings sent shortly before the shootings were fired at the Washington Hilton made repeat references to President Donald Trump without naming him directly and alluded to grievances over a range of administration actions, recent actions including the U.S. strikes on drug smuggling boats in the Eastern Pacific, the official said. Investigators are treating the writings along with a trail of social media posts and interviews with the family members as some of the clearest evidence yet the suspect's mindset, et cetera, et cetera. Um, I'm still sitting here wondering he had these guns and they just let him just walk in. They just said, okay, we're gonna just walk in and just, um, go, okay, sure, makes sense to me. Um, he graduated from Caltech. This is always convenient backstory. Only idiots can believe at face value, like earlobe buster texting his guilt to his trans lover while on the run. That was a neck. That was a neck buster. Theus who texted his girlfriend. Um, Still sitting here like, but how? How did this man get past Secret Service? This is supposed to be an elite force of people dedicated to protecting the president and his family. Did they just fall asleep? I mean, do they need an overhaul? And I know somebody out there is like, do you think this is real? Remember what I said at the top of the show. I'm assuming, I'm just going to just go ahead and assume this was a real attack with real motives. Now, I could always be proven wrong, but there are some things that are kind of making me scratch my head, such as you didn't even get a guest list. You had no idea who was going to be at that correspondence dinner. And even if he did charge in, his name wasn't on the list, you're still Secret Service. You're supposed to be working with the local police and the local sheriff's. You're working with more than just yourselves. You're supposed to secure that hotel, guards everywhere. You can't just walk up and just be like, okay. Um, it's making me ask a whole lot more questions than it's really answering. And I'll probably have more thoughts as news comes out, but it is kind of convenient that he had this manifesto and nobody nobody thought, gee, why don't we check this guy out for mental things going on, perhaps? Um, Before I get to the next topic, and I forgot that quickly, what I said I was going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the Roland Martin thing next week, but I quickly wanted to talk about this is what I really wanted to stick a lot of time with. Um, if you know um Al Sharpton's group NAN, like they don't do NAN anything. National Action Network had a conference or meetup or whatever you want to call it. And there was someone who got up, and his name was um I forget his name. Um, um, they are naming the person, but I'll kind of read this. So, um, blah blah blah. Um, I can't think of this young man's name, but what he basically did was he got up and he said, "Hey, black voters, we need to." He basically said, Joe Biden's racist, Donald Trump's racist, Kamala Harris is racist. He said, "Hey, we need to be supporting going outside the system. We need to ask for things that are tangible and stop waiting for the Democratic Party to give it to us because they just take us for granted." And I thought, sir, you don't have to tell me. I've been saying this for years. I don't understand why black voters will not ask for tangibles and vote on those tangibles. I don't know any other group of people that don't ask for tangibles, but it seems like when there's a rumbling that black voters need to start asking for them. It's like Al Sharpton had the nerve to call somebody a plant. Dude, you were an FBI informant. What are you talking about? You were you were in FBI. I was about to say NFL. You were an FBI informant. You were a plant. What are you talking about? To say he's a plant because he's saying ask for tangibles. That's not unreasonable. All voters need to be asking for tangibles. But there's no way you should just be like, well, we'll just wait till we'll just wait. We're not going to ask for anything. How stupid do you think we are to just not ask for anything at any time in any place? I d- I don't have enough time to expand on that because it's just such a bushy boule type of statement that he and Roland Martin keep having, and I'm just scratching my head like, what's wrong with asking for a tangible? What's wrong with saying, hey, if you don't vote the way I want you to, I'm going to replace you? Every other group does it. But when black people start talking about doing it, oh, well, we can't have that. We can't. What? It's like, stop, stop. Okay, so I said I was going to try to do this show under an hour. Obviously, I'm not going to get to my topic. Um, I was going to talk about seeing the Michael biopic, which I'm going to buy my ticket today. I'll maybe have a review of it next week, but I'm going Saturday, like at 1 o'clock, because I plan on doing a Saturday show. So I want to be in time for that. So won't be getting into the 15 million reasons why I want to see it. Like I told Parker, I'm just going for the music. I saw the Jacksons, An American Dream. It can't be worse than that. I mean, I didn't think the movie was great, but it was entertaining. It's got to be better than the Flex one. Oh gosh, it's got to be. It can't nothing beat that Flex. I'm like, don't you? I don't know who thought that was a good idea. For him to play Michael. I know he's a huge Michael fan, but no, 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 um, no. So I know the backstory. Um, don't care that Janet's not in it. She can get her own biopic. Although she got her own biopic, I don't think I think Michael would have to be in it because if she's going to talk about her life as a little girl, obviously she grew up in the shadow, in Michael's shadow. He didn't. I mean, he wasn't in her shadow; she was in his. So she would have to talk about it. But she didn't. Apparently, she didn't want to be associated with um the biopic. And I did want to discuss a little bit like, don't buy into critics' reviews because they'll hate it, and the audience will be like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen." It does cover like a specific period of time, so it doesn't get into the allegations. That's because of legal reasons. For some reason, Diana Ross is cut out, which I don't understand. But like I said, heck, I'm just going for the music. That's all I'm going for. Um, I try to get some type of costuming. I'm not gonna go full costume, but a glove or hat, or maybe if I could find a sequin shirt, that would be good. But yeah, I probably will have some type of saw the movie, and this is what I think. Um, but like I said yesterday, I'm just going for the music. Um, Although I did not know popcorn was as expensive as it was. Like the movie ticket's only like $15, which okay, that's not bad. But the popcorn and soda was like, well, $15. I'm like, how much? Like all you getting is refillable popcorn and like, is it just refills, like refill, or what? But I don't want to get into that tangent because like I said, I'm trying to keep these shows under an hour and not just ramble. So I won't get to that. I know I'll talk more about the asking for tangibles next week. Um, I'm gonna try to have a guest in next week. I did vote today, or no, I'm sorry, I voted yesterday. Because Indiana's primary is May the 5th, so I went ahead and voted yesterday. I might talk about that and how I was just underwhelmed, and I just kind of, if it weren't for certain people being on the ballot that I wanted to support, I probably wouldn't have gone. Um, Parker said, I've heard the song singing scenes are obviously the best part of the movie, but the story has some things that could have been better. Yeah, I think more of the movie is between the relationship between Michael and his father, which is an interesting dynamic. Apparently, the actor that played Joe Jackson, please don't ask me his name, but I can see his name like right in my face. Coleman Domingo. I think that's his name. Wait a minute. I think his first name is Coleman. Yeah, I'm right. Um, Coleman Domingo. He played Joe Jackson, and apparently everybody hated him. Um, and um, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, apparently Coleman Domingo's portrayal of Joe Jackson was really, really good. And of course, everybody's saying Jafar, they closed their eyes and they thought they were hearing Michael. But like I said, I'm basically going just for the music. I'm not expecting an Oscar worthy performance. I mean, it'll be good if I get it, but I'm just going for the music. That's all I'm going for. And you can call it going to a glorified concert, all you want to call it. Oh well, call it whatever you want, but I'll be going, and I'll probably tell you what I thought about it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm gonna try to next time write down what I'm talking about so everybody will know, and so I won't be like, I was supposed to talk about something else. And then I get on tangents and forget what I was talking about and then end up talking about something else. Um, that happens a lot to me. I don't know why. But anyway, remember to subscribe to this channel. Somehow I lost a subscriber. So now I'm down to 414. So that means I'm 86 away from 500. Remember to subscribe. Remember to comment. Remember to share. So you'll want to share, like, comment, and subscribe share, like, comment, and subscribe. And lastly, share, like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all Thursday as I tip into what third parties are doing wrong. I've got a lot to say, and that will come on at 7. And remember, in May, I had said that we could move to 8 o'clock. I may go back to 7. It just depends. Um, but I know we will be on at 7 o'clock p.m. on April the 30th. Of course, then I'll be doing a special on the Indiana primaries on May the 5th. Um, I'll definitely do that. And remember, there are 136 days until the NFL season kicks off. The schedule announcement will be sometime in May. I think it's like after Mother's Day. Um, Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Hope you all have a great evening. I will see you Thursday at 7. Bye bye.